Hey players, yeah, we're kicking it outdoors today because it's like the first hottest day in Portland. And if you live in a city that has winter, it like people lose their minds when the sun comes out, right? And so I'm losing my mind. I was like, I'm gonna sit outside for this video. My lighting might not be perfect, but hey, nature. Although there's a lot of nature in my backyard, like there's some animal in these laurel trees that's like making a ruckus. So we might have a guest appearance at some point. I really hope it's like cute animal and not a scary animal. And I just jinxed it. So I want to talk to you today about consistency and showing up. I think for those of us who have a lot of ideas and have a lot of goals and have a lot of distractions, which is everybody, right? Like you might have a diagnosed distraction and that's a different thing. And I can't manage that for you, but I can give you some pro tips once you are effectively managing that. But I really think, everybody I know is distracted these days. Having your inbox open all the time, new emails give you a teeny tiny dopamine hit, new text messages, every alert on your phone. So first of all, shut down those alerts. But what I want to talk to you about is consistency. I think when things are not going the way you want, or your goals seem out of reach, or there's been, a turn in the market or in the world and things are a little uncertain, it's easy to keep changing your focus over and over because you're basically like, I need to spin 100 plates right now. And let me make sure this one's spinning and this one's spinning and this one's spinning. Actually, I'm going to change my metaphor. So you're like, I need to take 100 different routes right now. So I'm going to take a step on this route, a step on this route, a step on this route. And that can be really unproductive because if you only take one step on 100 different paths, you never actually get to any destination. And I just realized this yesterday. I was sitting through Lori Eberle's Fuckery workshop, which is the best workshop in the world. If you haven't taken it or brought it in for your team, like what are you even doing with your life? But I was sitting in that and we were talking about like, what are the great skills and traits that our team has, and what are the ones that get in the way of trust and success? And I was thinking about focus. For my team, because we're small and we're nimble and we're adaptable and we're all really multi-talented, we can be like, ooh, let's try that idea. Ooh, let's try that idea. And we don't necessarily see it through to its conclusion. So it'll be something like, ooh, let's start working with this sector. And then we like mail our sexy brochures to all of them. And then we don't like necessarily follow up with like a really good email and phone sequence, right? So that's like a sales example. Or in marketing, this is really easy to do where, here's my newsletter, and then I don't send it on the same day every week for 2 years, right? Like when you're creating content, you got to do it consistently for like 2 years before it catches on sometimes, unless you're already like famous and have a huge following, which by all means, show us how it's done. So consistency is really important. So a challenge I have for you that I'd love for you to try is to make a decision. We have home team at Pregame on Demand, which is where we help everyone make a decision about what they're doing this week and stick to it and come back the next week and have accountability on whether they did it. But you can do this on your own, not as effective, but you can do this on your own. And I want you to make a decision about what habit or process you're going to move forward this week. It doesn't mean you need to get it from 0 to 10. You can just take it from 5 to 6, right? You might be at step 5, you get to 6 this week, but the next week you go from 6 to 7. And then, until you get to 10 or to a place where you can put it on automatic. All right. And then don't think about it again or analyze it for a week. Okay. I mean, ideally we'd get to like a month on this, but it's a discipline to practice. So it's just like all the personal habits we try to build, like working out. Like if I overthink my workout or my exercise or my movement on any given day, like, do I want to spin? Do I want to do yoga? Do I want to go for a walk? Maybe I should go for a hike. If I go for a hike for 2 hours on Saturday instead of 1 hour, maybe that's 2 workouts and I don't have to work. Like that doesn't work and I end up not doing anything. I'm admitting to you right now. And so if I already kind of have a schedule or I've signed up for certain classes or I'm training for a race or something, like I don't overthink it. This is just what I have to do today. I've already paid for it. I've already, signed up for that race and I have to train for it. So what I'm asking you to do with your business goals is to say, this week I'm sending 10 emails a day. And then you don't do it on Tuesday, but then on Wednesday you're like, I sent 10 emails yesterday. Look at me. No, send 10 every single day. Don't overthink whether it's what you should be doing. Don't analyze it until the following week. So my team, we meet at 12 o'clock on Mondays to do marketing and sales chat, and we all decide what we're doing this week to level up. And then we come back the following week and we check in whether it happened. If it didn't, why not? How can we help each other? All of that. So that, those accountability systems are really important. So good luck staying focused. There's so many little hacks you can do to stay focused. Put a post-it note on your computer. You can put reminders in your phone. There are apps even that don't let you, open your phone up until you've done push-ups or something. And so there's so many ways to help you with that. Be sure that you're not rewarding the dopamine of quick ideas, distracting you, notifications, emails, texts, other people, beautiful weather. And let's just work on discipline this month. Lyrically, I'm a problem. That's when the show starts.